Hello guys, welcome to WWTube Season 6. This is me playing as Japan. My name is Piloto and I am playing with my friends Corporal Clegg playing as the ss6 and the UK Pacific, and my friend Prozac playing as the USA and China. We're playing Pacific 1940 outside of the box rules. So yeah, turn 4. Sorry, I think I didn't say the turn before, but it's turn 4, and my purchase are with 60 IPCs, 2 tanks, 1 mechanized infantry, 2 transports, 1 sub, and 3 destroyers. Yeah, that's right, 3 destroyers. Now, combat movements. I am doing, I forget just about one. Get me a moment. That's it. So I have a total of 3, 4, 7 combat movements. So let's do it. First, from season 41, I am taking 1 transport with 1 tank and 1 infantry. Into season 37, I am making an amphibious assault in Malaya against the evil Anzacs. So now I am doing my second combat movement. The transport in 41 is moving to 42 to take that artillery, and moving into 37 and making an amphibious assault in Siam. Now these battles will be supported by 1 dive bomber from season 44 that is going to move 1, 2, and he will support the battle in Malaya. So I hope he don't miss. Now 1 fighter from season 41 is going to move 1 and 2 in the battle in Siam. He will be left with 2 movements, and the dive bomber he's left with 1, 2, 3 with 1 movement in his gas cage. The other fighter is not going to participate in the combat. Now the cruiser and battleship in season 41 are also moving into season 37, and those 2 guys, the cruiser and the battleship, let's say the cruiser is going to participate in Malaya battle and the battleship in the Siam battle. Now here in French Indochina, the mechanized infantry from Kiangsi and the let me think about this one. So yeah, let's do first. Yeah, the mechanized from Guangxi is moving into French Indochina, and the strategic bomber is supporting the attack with 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's left with 2 movements remaining. Also, the fire and dive bomber from Guangxi are moving 1 and 2. These guys are remaining with 2 movements in their gas cage. Come on. That's it, to support the attack in French Indochina. Now here in China, let me make some room. Yeah, here in China, the battles are pretty straightforward. So the mechanized in Hunan is moving 1 and 2 and capturing Sichuan. The infantry in Shanxi is moving into Xinghai. The artillery in Shanxi is moving into Xikang, and the mechanized from Chabar is moving 1 and 2 into Kangsu. The what else could we do here? 1, 2, and 3, but it's just too much. I think that's it. That's all for now. Let's that's all for now. Yeah, maybe I'm going to move my other units in the non-combat movement phase. So yeah, let's do it. First let's capture these territories. So China is losing 1 from Kangsu. So China is down to 4 and Japan to it's at 57, but it's because of the national objective. So actually it's at 52, and I am going to count the national objective at the end of the turn. I am recording? Yeah, I'm recording. So 53 for Japan. Now Shanghai is one less for China, one up for Japan. Sikang, one less for China at 2. And Szechuan is another down for China. China is not 1, and Japan from 54 is at 56. Now the battle in French Indochina. Let's move the units. Let's get to the battle board. Okay, that's it. I am using my dices as usual. White is 1, red is 2 or less, black 3 or less, and orange is 4 or less. And let's use the cup of destiny. So I am using one mech, one fighter, and one strategic and dive bomber. And I have 2 hits, 4 hits, full hits. If I could roll like this all this match, that could be nice, because I have been rolling against China pretty bad, guys. And the UK returning fire just misses. So French Indochina is taken from the UK, and Japan is going to 58. The UK is going to 9. Let's return this to the board. Now the battle in Siam. We have 1 artillery against 1 fighter and 1 battleship supporting the attack against 1 UK infantry. So now let's roll. We have 1 artillery, 1 fighter, and 1 battleship for 1 round. And at last, my amphibious assault have a success. So yeah, now let's roll for that UK infantry returning fire. He can't ult Siam, so Siam is now part of Japan again. Now let's do the battle in Shang State. We have, oh no, my bad, it's not Shang State, it's Malaya. We have 1 ANZAC unit, first ANZAC casualty maybe for the match, and we have a cruiser and a dive bomber supporting the attack. So we have 1 Japanese infantry, 2 because of the tank and cruiser, and the dive bomber getting 4 because of the tank. And I have no Tooth attacking, so I am just roll the red dice for the ANZACs. And the ANZACs get 1 hit, and I get all misses. That's right. So the cruiser is getting out of the battle, and I need to just proceed with the attack. A tank and a dive bomber against 1 ANZAC infantry. And all misses again. Third round of combat. Okay, now 2 hits, ANZACs miss, and 1 tank and 1 dive bomber are going to be returned to the table. We have now Malaya in control of Japan, so that's Japan +3, 1, 2, and 3, and the UK down 3 from 9 to 6. Let's get these ones here, and now I'm going to pause the video and do my non-combat movements. I don't know if I counted Siam, so I am going to count the territories, and yeah, I'm going to do after, let's do first my non-combat movements, and then I will count all the territories and start my collect income phase. Guys, let's start with my non-combat movements. The fighter in season 41 was not involved in any battle, so he's going to move 1, 2, and 3 into season 35. The carrier in 44 is going to move in 35 with that one other fighter, and stays there. He's staying there in 35. The destroyer in 42 is moving into 37. Where's my cruiser? Oh yeah. We have a cruiser. And the carrier in season 41 is moving into 37. The dive bomber from the battle in Malaya and the fighter from the battle in Siam are returning to the carrier in season 37. And now the strategic bomber, fighter, and dive bomber from the battle in French Indochina have 2 movements remaining, so they are moving into Guangdong. The infantry and artillery from Guangdong are moving into Jiangxi to get some space for the Air Force. And now the 3 mechanized infantry, let's get into China. That's right. The 3 mechanized infantry from Jiangsu are moving 1 and 2 into Jiangxi. Only 2. The other one is moving into Yunnan. Just like this. Now the 4 infantry from Anhui is moving into Keichao. And the fighter and dive bomber from Hubei, they weren't involved in any battle, so they are moving into Guangdong or Hong Kong if you want. And the fighter and dive bomber from Jiangsu are also moving into Hong Kong. What else? Yeah, the sub in season 43 is moving into season 34. And the sub in season 6 is moving 1, 2, and 3 into season 35 from season 6. Now, one destroyer from season 6 is moving 1, 2, and 3 into season 35, and another destroyer from season 6 is moving into season 16, 1, 6. And those are all my non-combat movements. Now let's place units. 2 transports into 2 transports into season 6. 1 sub in season 6. 3 destroyers in season 6. And 2 tanks and 1 mechanized infantry in Jiangsu. Yeah, that's all. Now I'm going to pause the video, count the territories, and proceed with my collect income phase. Alright guys, so after counting twice all my territories, I am currently at 62 IPCs. And just one thing I wanted to tell at the start of the turn. Here, Corporal Clegg, you don't lose 4 IPCs, you only lose 3. Because Malaya has a total value of 3 IPCs, so no 4, only 3. If you want to change what you placed in India, it's okay for me, no problem. Yeah, I am collecting 62 IPCs plus 5 for my national objective of having Sumatra, Java, Borneo, and Celebes. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm doing a recap of the board. I have 1 carrier with 1 fighter and 1 dive bomber in 37, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer, battleship, 2 transports in 37. Borneo, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Celebes, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. And in Malaya I have 1 tank. French Indochina, 1 mechanized infantry. Siam, 1 artillery. Here in season 35 1 destroyer, 1 sub, 1 carrier with 2 fighters. Palau in season 34, 1 sub. And in Palau Islands I have 1 infantry. In Caroline Islands I have 2 infantry and 1 AA gun. Now here in China I have here in Jiangsu I have 1 mechanized infantry. In Xinghai 1 infantry. Xikang 1 artillery. Sichuan I have 1 mechanized infantry. In Guangxi, my bad, I have 2 mechanized, 1 infantry and 1 artillery. Hunan I have 1 mechanized infantry. Keichao I have 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, 1 artillery. In Jiangsu 2 tanks, 1 mechanized infantry, 1 AA gun. In Hong Kong I have 3 fighters, 3 dive bombers, 1 strategic bomber. In Season 6 I have 5 destroyers, 2 transports, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 3 carriers with 3 fighters, 3 dive bombers and 1 sub. In Okinawa 1 infantry, Iwayama 1 infantry, and in Japan I have 3 infantry and 3 AA guns. And that's all for Japan. Next to go it's China. So good luck, Prozac, China and the USA. Alright guys, quick note here, I noticed I made a mistake here in China, so I am retracting for these combat movements and this one, because I separate 1 infantry and 1 artillery from Shaanxi. So I'm not going to do the combats right now. I think it should be just like too late, but it doesn't affect that much of the game, I hope. So the only things I would like to do is move this mech here into Suzhuan and move 1 infantry from Shaanxi into Xikang, because I don't need to roll for that. And yeah, that I think will fix the mistake I made. So yeah, maybe just leave this guy here. And anyway, I think this is correct, and China should be now at 4, but you're not collecting still your national objective, because there wasn't units in sketch 1. For what I see in the video, there are only 1 infantry in Jiangsu and 1 in Xinghai. So this barrel applies, and yeah, that's it. Now next to go it's China this time. Sorry guys.